well, having a bit of a fuel cap grief. Went to Bonchurch Garage early this morning to fill the flipping thing up. Poor old flea. Oh, there's a heron. Yeah, to fill up the car, and the fuel cup wouldn't come loose. Couldn't get it off. Just has one bar left as well, so almost. Oh, it's a wood pigeon. Bit less exciting. Yeah, but luckily down at Bonchurch Garage, and of course all it needed was some WD-40 to loosen up the salty corrosion that's occurring, and now it's fine. There's a carp, is that? Probably. These big fish are bad news for little ponds like this, because they eat all the water weed, all the oxygenator, and therefore it becomes deoxygenated and nothing else can live in there really. And they stir up the mud at the bottom as well. Not wood pigeons, not herons, but these big beasts. Bad news for small ponds if you want it to have anything other than big fish in there. A very clumsy wood pigeon. I could be a predator. They don't mind, do they? Whatever he's saying. You're not, and I know you're not. Oh, look at those terrapins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. There's one there as well. Teetering on a little bit of emergent trunk. Goldfinches calling above. Any mallard chicks. I can see some adult mallard. Right, I've now got to go back to Sanford to actually get some fuel. Now the fuel cut does actually come off. Hopefully it won't jam again. But anyway, thank you Bonchurch Garage, always superstars. Well, it's a lovely evening. So Frodo is taking me for a walk, aren't you, Frodo? Come on this way. Come on. Oh. What a lovely day it's been today. The heat wave is forecast. We're just going to walk up this little path towards Bath Road. This is the alleyway that goes between Alma Road and Bath Road, down on Ventnor Bay. I'm trying to burn some calories, so this is good. Look at the slant on those steps. Oh, there goes a lizard. Frodo, I don't think, saw that lizard. Oh, there goes a wood pigeon. Let's sort the filter out, I think. Put it up a notch or two. Sorry Frodo, am I slowing you down? I do apologise. Not using the external microphone, so tell me in the comments section if the sound is okay. There's no wind, so old wood pigeons, the most clumsy birds I've ever known. Well, they're not clumsy, it's just we've got massive great cars that they haven't really adapted themselves to recognise thundering towards them. Poor old things. So we're approaching another so-called heat wave. Can't remember the definition they use for a heat wave, but it's, I think in the southeast, like London and that, and East Anglia, it might be 3 or 4 days above 28 degrees centigrade in a row, and it's going to go up to about 30. for several days in a row. Oh. Just having a listen, see if I can hear any very early migrant birds, but I can't. The autumn migration will start up again soon. Obviously we don't really think of it as being autumn yet, but some of the birds certainly do. Oh, I've just realised I'm recording in 4K, which is never going to work because my poor old laptop, which I'm still using, can't cope with that much. Let me turn it down. There we go, 1080p. I still haven't invested in the new iPad Pro, which is what I'm going to go for, I think, rather than a MacBook M4 chip. Come on, Frodo. Looking a bit reluctant, aren't you, buddy? Their little face. Saying, do we have to go uphill again? Their little tail. Bless him. I know what you want. I know what you want. Confusing the gimbal again, you are, Frodo. There we go, buddy. Oh, good boy. Right. Up we go. Out this way. So the trouble with the M4 iPad Pro is that when you combine it with the Magic Keyboard, it costs a lot more than, well, probably £200 or £400 more than a MacBook Air M4 chip. But now the old new operating system's about to come out. What is it called? iOS 2026 comes out in September, I think. The public version of it. Now that's coming out. Oh, dropped its lead. Oh. Now that's about to come out. It really does make it much more like a MacBook, apparently, the iPad. So might have to shell out a lot of money to get an iPad rather than a new MacBook. Tell me in the comments section if you've got an iPad Pro 11-inch M4 chip with a Magic Keyboard. Tell me if it feels like using a Mac. It probably won't quite yet because the new operating system hasn't come out, which has a menu bar and allows you to open up multiple apps properly without using split screen, which I don't really get on with. Well, I do actually. Split screen is fine for me. And also allows you to download or upload videos you're creating in the background. No, download them once they've been edited. Definitely like the idea of that. Old Frodo keeps glancing up at me thinking I'm talking to him. He thinks I've gone a bit potty, which I probably have, to be honest. Being dragged from pillar to post at the moment by Frodo. I've very much let him decide where we're walking. Rather than me. Oh, here comes a car. Let's go over onto the pavement, Frodo. Here we go. Somebody in the comment section has said, please do some videos from elsewhere on the island, which I will do when I get time. Trouble is, at the moment, when I'm on the island, I'm still working on this Dorset project, so I can't really go all over the place. So I park up locally in the undercliff and go to the first cafe that opens at 9 AM. Come on, Frodo. And start working, because I've got reports to write and that sort of stuff. So I can't really go gallivanting elsewhere on the island at the moment. Could do it the weekends, but then I'm pretty knackered by then. So I will try to do other parts of the island a bit more. Been saying that a lot, haven't I? But at the moment it's very much confined to Ventnor and the Undercliff. But I do love Ventnor and the Undercliff, so it is what it is. I mean, look at that view. Oh, it's lovely and shady up here, lovely and cool. I think the dog will appreciate that, wouldn't you, Frodo? Being dragged around again. So my recent meals that I've been filming, cooking in the car each evening, have all been part of my belly fat loss, my visceral fat loss attempt, and I think it might actually be working. Go on, Freddie, this way. Okay, that way. That's to run out of wee now, Frodo. Surely. Good boy. Sit. Oh, that tail. Sit here for a minute, Frodo. Oh, no, we're not going down there. Come on. Hey, Frodo. Well, he's going down there, but I'm not. Frodo, come on. Good boy. I'm going to sit on this bench for 5 minutes, doggo. Oh, that's better. Have a nice bit of a relax. So yeah, I've been doing this diet change to try and reduce the carbs and get rid of the visceral fat around the old around my stomach area. So lots more veggies, fried in extra virgin olive oil, which I gather is reasonably healthy, kind of a Mediterranean approach to cooking. Hello. And then fried chicken. I need the protein. I've not been eating corn much, which is the vegetarian source of protein, a good one, which I quite like, just because Co-op has stopped selling the little chunks. The Co-op in Ventnor, that is. They do elsewhere, but they only sell it in the mince version of it. So I can make corn veggie bolognese quite easily. Actually, I should try doing that. It's a good idea. I'd have to add cheese. Can I get a low carb cheese? Am I being too over the top with my... No, not. Look at that, that's gross. I need to get rid of that. So no, I don't think I am being too over the top. What else am I doing? So I'll show you in a minute. This evening's meal will just be a stir-fried chicken meal again. Get my step count up so I can burn off more carbs. Oh yeah, that's the thing. So I'm trying to cook the meals earlier in the evening. I only have one big cooked meal a day, and then I have smaller stuff during the day. Probably not a good idea, but I'm going to start having the cooked meal in the evening a bit earlier, so there's a longer gap between finishing that and then waking up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to immediately tuck into something sweet, which is what I habitually have been doing. Like a mint biscuity cookie type thing. stop that, cut that out completely. So basically it will leave between about 7 PM when I finish my evening meal to about 10 or 11 AM the following day, when I'll have my first piece of fruit or banana or something, and that will leave a nice big gap between the two. The theory being that my digestion will start to tackle some of the fat that I've got piled up on here. We'll see if that works. I've been doing that for a couple of weeks now. I did have cheesy chips as soon as I got back to the island from Golden Sands. Very nice cheesy chips, the best cheesy chips. What I haven't done yet is cut out oat milk, so I started to drink green tea but with oat milk in. I don't know whether oat milk is part of what's causing this belly fat. It could equally be alcohol, so I thought I'd stopped drinking cans of beer, 1 can of beer each evening, but yesterday evening I had one, so I'm going to have to stop doing that. But yeah, we shall see. Anyway, let's carry on walking because Frodo's getting a bit miffed. Thank you for your patience, buddy. I just realised I recorded that last bit at some distance and I didn't have the external microphone on, so whether that would have come through, I don't know. Maybe you won't know what I'm talking about if it didn't come through and I don't bother putting that little section of video on here. I can hear some baby blue tits. Oh, confusing the gimbal. Let's straighten you up again. There we go. Yeah, so, and I'm greatly reducing the amount of sugar that I have in my cups of coffee and cups of green tea. So hopefully that will make a difference. And that's baby Robin over there as well. Yeah, and just increasing my step count from about 6,000 a day to... There's a very loud baby bird in there somewhere. Not sure what it is, species-wise. Yeah, increase my step count to 8,000 to 10,000 and then up beyond that, hopefully. I think 8,000 is the recommended daily step count, so I'm not up to that, which I was quite surprised about, to be honest, because I do walk around quite a lot. I'm only doing 6,000, then I'm well below the minimum 8,000, if indeed that is what's recommended. I shall have to look that up. Another wee. Oh, Frodo, how much have you been drinking? Sorry, this walk is a bit of a random nonsense kind of chat, isn't it? Oh, cheers. Just flicks loads of dust into my shoes. Thanks, Frodo. Eek. Lovely blackbirds singing above. But the bird song has died down a bit now because things are well into nesting and there are lots of fledglings around. There's our gull colony over there on the roof of the old people's place. They're remarkably tolerant, allowing a gull colony to persist on the roof of an old people's sheltered accommodation. The gulls certainly seem to like it. Whether the old folk like having baby gulls screaming at them every morning, who knows? They probably do, to be honest. It's probably quite nice for them. Maybe. So it's definitely the lull period now between nesting and the start of the migration, the autumn migration, which starts towards the end of July. believe it or not. Frodo is having a sniff, which is why we stopped. Oh, off he goes, off he goes. Yeah, so towards the end of the month, so in 2 short weeks basically, the swifts will be moving over, sand martins will be leaving, chiffchaffs will be beginning to appear up on the downs in small groups. I love autumn migration, bird migration, because it's a very prolonged, protracted affair. It starts in kind of mid-July and carries on into October, well, mid-November really. It's a favourite time of year for birders, mid-July to mid-November. I was up on the downs this morning, parked up on the downs overnight, and it's all brown, it's all burnt to a crisp by the drought. We did have some torrential rain last night, but it won't have made much of a difference. It'll have moistened the surface of the soil, gone down an inch or two maybe, but it ain't going to get down much further than that. And on the chalk it just runs straight through. If it does get down further, it just disappears because it's so porous, the soil. What's today's step count? Let me check. Certainly won't be 8,000. Let me have a look at the app, which is pretty accurate. I tested the app and it does have a really good, it's 8,649. So that's good. Yeah. Don't do that, Frodo. No eating bumblebees. It will only end in yelps. Right, I was going to go up zigzag, but I don't have the energy. And as I've got over my 8,000 step count, I'm going to tie my lace, Frodo. I don't mean you tie my lace, I mean I need to. Yeah, over to the bench. What a gorgeous evening. Quite pleased my fuel cap issue this morning was resolved. So I got up when I was up on the downs. There was torrential rain until about 6 a.m. So about 7:30 I drove down to Sandford because I needed to top up the tank. It was almost empty and I couldn't get the blooming fuel cap off. So without very much petrol left, I drove back into Ventnor, and luckily the garage said bring it in today, which I did in the afternoon. I couldn't get the damn thing off. The key wouldn't turn in there. It was just making a ratchety sound as it went round, and he just squirted some WD-40 in there and loosened it up and it opened perfectly fine. So I felt a bit silly. I don't really have WD-40 in the car. Don't really have the need for it, so fine. He insisted in me not paying him for what he did, but I did in the end. Gave him a £5. But yeah, that would have been painful had it had to be cut off or something, the fuel cap. You've got a lot of energy today, Frodo. Yeah, so if the fuel cap had remained stubbornly attached and had to be cut off, that would have cost a bit more money. Don't really want to be spending that kind of money at the moment, but luckily it wasn't a problem in the end. going to leave you... Oh no, hang on. I was going to turn off the video there, but let's... well, that's nice. There's a bumblebee on a fuchsia. Very nice. I can actually hear a chiff-chaff. That might be an early migrant. Up in that sycamore somewhere. Gonna have a look in the churchyard, I think. Come on, Frodo. You have to sniff everything, don't you? Eh? Right, Frodo, I need to find a bin, so we're going to go in the cemetery and use their bin. Or churchyard. I think there's a difference. You're silly. You are very silly. This way. I'm going to sit here for 2 minutes. Oh, what? You alright, buddy? Now, you've been a good boy, have you? You've been a good boy. Ah, okay. Oh, I tend to agree. Here we go. Scrummy. You're a lovely old dog, aren't you? Hey, he's a rescue dog, Frodo. Obviously not mine. Right, buddy? You've been very good. Nice bit of shade. You're appreciating the shade, aren't you? Oh, oh. Scrummy. I've become so predictable in my meals, haven't I? No, I don't eat those. They're for the ravens. Certainly wouldn't be seen dead eating sausage rolls. Ugh. that tasted good, and now it's a lovely evening. As you can see, there's the moon. Thank you for watching as ever. Do subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and watch more videos, which always helps out the channel. And I will see you tomorrow, no doubt. Oh, it's a bit blowy now, isn't it? Lovely refreshing breeze. So I hope you're enjoying my channel and have been enjoying my videos. If so, do please watch some more videos and subscribe to the channel, and also check out my books. There are links to all of my books in the description below this video. Here's a couple that I've written: Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor on the Isle of Wight and Bird Watching Around Ventnor on the Isle of Wight. And here's another two, just by way of example: how to write a book just on your smartphone. So some of my books I've written just on my smartphone, like this one, you can see. And then also Breaking Free, which is all about how I intend to build a location independent lifestyle through multiple streams of income, online income mainly, by the end of 2026, and how I live in my vehicle. So if you're interested in any of my books, there are various other books as well. Check out the links in the description below, and thank you again for watching my channel.